The Middle East fight between Jews and Arabs. Chapter 1. The Jewish Zionist issue. The Zionists, what's that all about? If you go on BitChute, Rumble, Rents and YouTube and type in Zionists, you'll come across articles and videos that talk about a group of people from an area where Ukraine is now that used to be called Khazar. This area converted to Judaism in the old days. These people are called Khazarian or Ashkenazi Jews. Back in the Middle Ages, their king decided that if he converted to Christianity or Muslim, he would always be fighting the other group between these two, so he became Jewish along with all his people. These Khazars moved to Europe, got into banking, creating the Rothschild Bank, which spread through Europe. The Balfour Doctrine was a declaration by British Jews during World War I asking the government to grant them a homeland in Palestine, which Britain then controlled. The story is if they could get the Americans into WWI, Lord Balfour of England promised he would help them create a new country in Palestine. The Germans sunk the Lusitania. Americans got into World War I. Around 1933, a group calling themselves the World Congress of Jews or something like that started a worldwide boycott on German products. After the war, these Khazars, or European Jews, started moving to Palestine. In 1948, the United Nations granted Israel nation status. The United States recognized Israel as a nation 11 minutes later. They created the Nation of Israel with the fourth largest army in the world and a secret service called the Mossad. The best way to learn about the conflict is to go to a YouTube channel AJ and find videos about how Israel was created. The conflict between religious Jews and the leaders of Israel. There are religious Jews and Hebrew Jews whose ancestry is in the Middle East. Some of these Jews say that the Khazar Jews or Zionists went into Palestine and took it over like a bunch of thugs. They say this is not what our Jewish religion is about. People say Israel is an apartheid racist country. There is one law for Jews, another law for the lower class Palestinians. They have special roads for Jews and secondary roads for non-Jews. They don't want Jews to marry non-Jews. A way to solve the problem is to create a new country with a new name where everyone is equal. Israel has a huge Political Action Committee, AIPAC, American Israel Public Affairs Committee in the United States that gets loads of weapons and support from the American government. Middle East war websites. ahram.org.eg/weekly-new-alarum. btselem.org, Nubtselem. ccmep.org, Colorado Campaign for Middle East. electronicintifada.com, Electronic Intifada. grassrootsonline.org/pal_main.html, Grassroots International. gush-shalom.org/english/index.html, Gush Shalom. haaretzdaily.com. indiemedia.org.il. israel.gov.il/eng, Israeli government. israel.gov.il/mfa/home.asp, Israel Ministry of Foreign Affairs. jerusalem.indiemedia.org, Jerusalem Indie Media. jewishvoiceforpeace.org/Jewish Voice for Peace. jpost.com, Jerusalem Post. emicafeorpeace.org, Middle East Children's Alliance. maryp.org, Middle East Research and Information Project. MiddleEastWire.com, Middle East News Online. nad-plo.org, PLO Negotiation Affairs Department. news.bbc.co.uk. p-p-o.com. peacenow.org, Peace Now USA. peacenow.org.il/english.asp, Peace Now Israel. WRMEA.com, Washington Report on Middle East Affairs. JewishVirtualLibrary.org. MideastTruth.com. Jewish-Palestinian conflict websites. CompassionateListening.org, Compassionate Listening Project, formerly Mideast Citizen Diplomacy. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/Palestinian_national_charter, Palestinian Charter, for conflict with Israel. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/road_map_for_peace, Roadmap to Israeli-Palestinian Peace, U.S. Proposal. IPCRI.org, Israeli-Palestine Center for Research and Information, Joint Effort. MEMRI.org, Middle East Media Research Institute, English. MidEastWeb.org/briefhistory.htm, Israel and Palestine, A Brief History, from MidEastWeb. PalWatch.org, Palestinian Media Watch, translations of Palestinian TV and other media.